Look, here's how it is. Some things are long, and some things are very long. And what has that got to do with this review? Well, as you can see, this model is from WSI, and it's an MAN TGX XLX Euro 6C facelift 4x2 with a 3-axle Notabome mega trailer. And that's why this review has got some long about it. The mega trailer does get long. This is a limited edition model from WSI, and it's in the colours of Universal Transport. The box style is typical WSI. Before we start, just a reminder that you can see a lot more about models on the Cranes Etc. website, and the link to it is in the video description below. Also, if you want to know where you can buy scale models, then you can click on links on the website, including those in the shopping mall. And listed here are dealers that sell models in countries across the world. Oh yes, assembly is simple. Just join up the tractor and trailer, clunk click does the trick. We're straight in underneath the MAN, and you can see details of the exhaust system, and there's the gearbox and drive shaft. One thing that is a surprise though is that the tyres seem to be the same, front and rear. The MAN has nice beacon lights on the roof, and there are large door mirrors. A nice touch is the visor and the words, "Don't worry, be heavy." Maybe I should make a song out of that. The MAN grille looks particularly smart on this model, and there's a realistic number plate. Looking at the side of the cab, there are some nice sharp graphics, and that includes the MAN model number and also what seems to be a fleet number. Something else that also looks very smart on this model are the painted wheels. Behind the cab there are more detailed graphics, and there's also shaping within the casting, plus the usual coiled lines. There are textured walkways, and the big fuel tanks look nice with highlighted caps. The rear axle has open wheel arches, and there are nice lights at the back. Let's now move on to the Notabome mega trailer, and it's a high quality model. Various tanks and hoses are modelled, and it's a nice structure underneath, although the side boxes are hollowed out. The rear wheel assemblies are accurately modelled, and you can see more hydraulics are modelled. There's also a large box at the back. The headboard is metal, and there seems to be a fleet number, and there's detailing at the connection points for the coiled lines. The deck is nicely modelled with textured surfaces and replica timbers, and there are tiny graphics and a yellow stripe along the edges. There's other fine detailing along the deck edges, and the wheels on this trailer are also nicely decorated in orange and blue. Other details including hydraulic hoses can be seen. At the back of the trailer there's a very nice Notabome logo. The high quality details at the back also speak for themselves. We go straight in for a look at the steering, and the angle you can achieve is very good. The steering is actually quite loose, so you get a kind of self-steering if you push the model. But the good news is if you display it on the display shelf, then you will be able to get some realistic looking angles. Next up, let's have a look at tilting the cab, and although the cab is heavy, the model is stable. Of course, it's always nice to see the details of the engine, and this one has small graphics applied, and it says MAN Common Rail. It's also nice because there are different coloured components. To avoid cutting off your head, remove it before lowering the cab. For the trailer, let's zoom in on the axles, and as you can see there's linked steering with a moderate range of movement. There's also some flexibility in the mounting of the wheels. The other working feature on the underside of the trailer are the landing legs, and they can be lowered in the usual way by unscrewing them. And when you do that, it's nice to see smooth faces rather than screw threads. Another option you have on the trailer is to pull out marker boards, and there's a pair at the front and a pair at the back. They are a little bit awkward to pull out, so you have to be a little bit careful. The trailer also has the option of fitting deck posts, and plenty are supplied. Although the deck width can be widened, the model doesn't come with the extension boards. But the most exciting feature about the trailer is its extendability, and it telescopes to an impressively long length. How long? Well, let's do a dim check, and for that we'll get out our trusty tape measure, and we get a length of nearly 60 centimeters or 2 feet. So a trailer like this is ideally suited for very long loads. The model also comes with tiny container locks, and 8 of them are supplied so you can fit a couple of 20-foot containers. This is a good looking model in the limited edition colours of Universal Transport. As expected, there is a high level of detail, and the main feature, which is the extendable trailer, works very nicely so you can produce some impressive looking poses. So if you really want to go long, this model is very good.